less than. It's a symbol with a point at one side and opening to the other side, much like an angle symbol. But the bottom of the angle symbol is not flat, it is at an angle. While the word inequality means two values that are not equal, in math we are asking which is greater and which is less. Parentheses, we could simply use the not equals symbol, which is an equals with a line through it, if we only wanted to know what values were not equal, end parentheses. As an example of an inequality, given two numbers 10 and 5, which is greater and which is lesser? We write 10 on the left, and then the greater than part of the symbol toward the 10 and the point toward the 5. This says that 10 is greater than 5. Students often become confused as to the meaning of the less than or greater than symbol. Most teachers explain that the open, parentheses larger and parentheses side of the symbol, is in the direction of the larger number. Others try to explain that the symbol is a hungry alligator and wants to eat the larger number, parentheses meal, end parentheses. Interestingly, the statement works in forward and reverse. If we flip the statement, we get 5 is less than 10, and now the smaller point of the symbol is toward the 5 and the larger side of the symbol is toward the 10. In terms of flipping the statement, I always imagined a rotating advertising sign like they used to have at gas stations, with the center line of the rotation down through the middle of the math with the center line of the rotation down through the middle of the math inequality sign. As the advertising sign rotates, so does the inequality sign, as in 10 is greater than 5 now rotates to 5 is less than 10. The symbol rotates with the larger side toward the 10 no matter which way we say the statement. Let's try another example. Given -6 and 2, which is greater and which is lesser? Any negative number is less than a positive number, so -6 is less than 2. Now the symbol has the point side toward the -6 and the larger side toward the 2. Parentheses, this statement can be rotated, as in 2 is greater than -6. And now the inequality sign has been rotated, with the larger sign still toward the 2, and the smaller point side toward the -6. Notice the larger part or open mouth of the inequality sign is toward the 2, no matter which way the statement is written. Again, in flipping the statement, the inequality sign flips along with the whole statement. The statement is read, quote, 2 is greater than -6, end quote, or, quote, -6 is less than 2, end quote. It should be noted that there are several ways to illustrate a greater than or less than relationship, one being an open dot and the other being a dashed line. The symbols for two things being equal would then be a solid dot or a solid line. Open dots and dashed lines do not include the value, parentheses, or the value is excluded, end parentheses. Solid dots and solid lines do include the value in question. That brings us to a compound statement of greater than or equal to, which is a greater than symbol with one line of an equal sign, and less than or equal to, which is a less than symbol with one line of an equal sign, where an inequality symbol is combined with an equal sign. If we use a variable in the inequality statement like x is greater than 5, we now have a set of potential numbers that could work. Any number above 5 up to infinity. The infinity symbol is the slanted or laying down 8. Infinity is not a number, but rather a concept of numbers that never stop increasing. If our statement is changed to x is greater than or equal to 5, then the set of possible numbers includes the 5 and goes up from there to infinity. In the case of a compound statement, a solid dot or solid line would be used because of the presence of the equal sign, meaning the number in question is included. Although more will be explained on this issue later, it should be noted that x less than 5 is every number below 5, all the way down to negative infinity, a negative sign with a laying down 8. Negative infinity is not a number, but a concept that numbers continue to become increasingly negative, parentheses, or smaller in parentheses forever. In math, an inequality is a greater than / less than statement. Antonyms equal. Antonyms include equal, equals, equality. Related words include greater than, less than, greater value, lesser value, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, solid dot, open dot, solid line, dashed line, set.